Hello, welcome to the Somuchlolz podcast. I am your host, Jeremy Hall, and I am here with the one and only Wes.
Woo!
All right.
The other half of Somuchlolz.
The other half of Somuchlolz, exactly.
We're back.
And just a quick channel debriefing session that we'll have, just to tell you what's going on. If you don't want to listen to this,
we're speaking to all like 5 of our subscribers.
right, all 5 subscribers that probably are still watching this. Anyway, if you want to skip to a certain amount of time, I will personally put a time stamp in the description if you want to skip ahead. Anyway, so we are no longer living in the same state, as some of you may know, some of you may not know, and so it is pretty much impossible for us to make actual skit videos.
Because someone left.
I left. And so, and we also kind of burnt ourselves out trying to make this kind of a weekly content thing, and just generally, we're not going to be making weekly content. We're going to have a very, very loose schedule. But if you want to know when we put out things, if we put out things, the subscription button is always there, and that's what it's used for anyway. So if you want updates, that's there for you.
That was brilliant. That was a brilliant description of the subscription button.
Yes,
that
exactly.
was amazing.
Exactly.
That's why they pay him the big bucks.
I get paid all of the big bucks. Anyway, so the podcast also will have no time constrictions because, like we said before, it's not going to be as serious as we used to do it. No release date and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. That's pretty much it. So now that we have debriefed
this is the channel now, I guess.
Well, yeah, this is the channel now, yeah.
A podcast experiment type thing.
Right, exactly. And for this podcast, we are doing our top 5 games of all time.
This is a video game podcast,
yes,
by the way.
We will be doing pretty much strictly video games.
You should probably mention that.
Yeah, well, I figured it was kind of implied.
Yeah.
Considering that's all we ever do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's going to be video games only. But before we do our top 5, we'd like to have our honorable mentions, and I'll talk to you a little bit about my honorable mentions. I don't have nearly as much as Wes, but
you go first.
I will go first.
Like, we just want, if we're going to be doing this video game podcast, and at least a couple people are going to be listening, we want to introduce ourselves by letting you know, like, what are our favorite games of all time.
Right.
This would be a good way.
Yeah, this will be definitely a good way of doing that.
What was that?
Nothing. It was nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so my 4 games are all of the Smash Bros. Games. They are a favorite of mine, and I play them fairly often, like all the time, whenever I have free time. And then I also like the Crash Bandicoot games. Mainly before they got taken, or after, or like, wow, words, please. When Crash Bandicoot was with Naughty Dog was when it was at its finest, in my opinion. But I still love the Crash Bandicoot games because, I don't know, it was just a childhood kind of thing for me. I like.
Wait, when was the last Crash Bandicoot game?
Oh, I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
I'm going to look it up. Because I had one, I think from my Game Boy Advance?
I think they did have a Game Boy Advance one.
It was called, like...
Actually, fun fact, I purchased, Crash Nitro Kart for the GameCube, because I desperately wanted a Crash Bandicoot racing game. And it was really cheap, too.
Was that a good one?
It's...
I feel like people have said that that's a good one, but I don't know.
It is a good one. It wasn't made by Naughty Dog, but I think it was still very good in its content. It was the one, I want to say Naughty Dog made or helped make the first one. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah. I think that's right. And then
they've made games recently. They made Nitro Kart 2.
Oh, did they?
In 2010. Yeah, but it's like an iPhone, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Kind of like I don't know.
They're actually,
yeah,
I
thought they hadn't made a game since like 2003. I never really liked Crash Bandicoot.
I think they're making a new Crash Bandicoot actually for PlayStation 4 people.
I don't think they.
I think there was an E3 like teaser this year E3.
This is one of the news articles. No, this is not proof of Crash Bandicoot PS4.
Well, okay. Well, I'll leave that there. I
just completely ruined your hopes.
No, I think I still believe that there will be a Crash Bandicoot game, but until there's actual like definite news about it, I won't go on about it because
I always thought he just looked really weird.
He does look weird, but I'm still a fan.
What is a Bandicoot?
A marsupial.
Let me make Bandicoot. Oh, never mind. It is.
It is a marsupial. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm looking at one right now. That's so.
Do they look awesome?
They don't look like Crash. That's for sure. They kind of just look like a mouse-y, gerbily kind of thing.
Oh.
Ooh, with a pouch, apparently. So they're like kangaroo mouses.
Yeah, I was saying marsupial, yes.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, they're a marsupial.
I wasn't listening to you. I was trying to...
Ah, come on, man.
I was looking up what a Bandicoot
was. This is a team effort.
Doing important things.
I know. Anyway, no more Crash Bandicoot. My other thing would be Final Fantasy games all around. I love Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core for the PSP. It was a huge favorite of mine, but I like all the Final Fantasy games. I think they're all decent in their own way. And then my last thing would be the Monster Hunter games. I am loving Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the 3DS, and I think it's the best that they have so far.
Those are really big in Japan, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's pretty much like grind everything kind of game, but I like it. Yeah, I know you wouldn't like it, but I don't know, hunting big monsters, trying to cooperate with other people is just it's fun to me. So that's why I have it in my honorable mentions and not in the top 5, because there are things that are bad.
Is it like an online thing? Like
it can be,
because I've heard a lot about those types of games, or not those types, the Monster Hunter games, and I have just no idea what they are.
Yeah, they, at least for the portable versions, which are the only versions that I've ever had, up until this most recent game, there has been co-op, but it's local. This one is the first one that has actual like online meet with random people kind of a game. So, yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Anyway, your honorable mentions. Let's go.
My. That sounds pretty confrontational. You sound like you're just...
You have to do this!
I'm going to tear them apart.
You need to do it!
Feel free to make fun of my pick.
I will probably will.
I don't know how many of these... I don't know how many of these you've actually played. I don't know.
Maybe very few.
Okay, I'm going to go through them really quick.
Go ahead.
Honorable mentions.
Okay.
For my top 5.
Hold on. I'm going to type these down so I can make fun of them one by one. Alright, go ahead.
Metroid Fusion. For the Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Have you ever played that?
No. I've heard of it, but I have not played it.
It's really good. It's like... it's really old now, I think. I think it was made in like 2000, 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like... I think it's their only 2D Metroid that they've come out with. Since... Like the really old ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good. Metroid Prime 1 and 2.
Oh, that's the 3D looking one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have Metroid Prime 3, but I haven't. I've played like just a little bit of it because I don't like the Wii controls.
Yeah, I guess you did.
People are. I think I've heard people like it's way easier to aim this way with moving the controller. I don't know how people think that. They think they're crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing for like Call of Duty for the Wii. I know I used to play
they have that?
Yeah, they had what was it, World at War? That I used to play that all the time with Max. It's a person that people won't know, but
I know.
But yeah, you would know him obviously. But I play with him all the time, and it was literally just moving the Wiimote around trying to look at things, and it was there were good things and bad things to it. It was easier at some points, but then at other points it was hard to move the camera because you had to move the entire like Wii thing over to the left side of the screen, and then it would move over, and then all that kind of thing. So if you're trying to like hit somebody that's running around you, you can't easily switch directions, if that makes any sense.
That just sounds like such a hassle.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah, there are ups and downs to it, is what I'm trying to say.
weird.
Yeah,
Wii's weird.
it is. Continue.
Okay, Super Mario 64.
Oh my goodness, yes. I love that game.
It says, "Oh my goodness, yes."
Oh my goodness, yes.
Such a good. I don't really need it.
You don't need to talk
you
about that
haven't
because
played
that's
that,
awesome.
Yeah. Okay. The entire Ratchet and Clank series.
I knew you would have it on here.
Every single one.
I disagree. I think
Particularly-
they're bad, but I
Particularly 3, Up Your Arsenal, and 4, Deadlocked, which is underrated.
fair enough.
Which is really no, it's not. Don't say that.
Fair
I know
enough.
you don't believe it.
What was it? I always got Ratchet and Clank and then Jack and Dexter. What is that the name of it?
Yeah, Jack and Dexter.
Jack and Dexter like mixed up. I played.
I
Like,
have those too, but I've never played them.
I
but I
played
have
like
them.
the one like it was like a PSP game that, or it was a PSP game, but the game wasn't like sold other than like with a PSP, so you had to get a PSP to get this game, and it was just called like Dexter or something. It was just a little creature thing that you're playing as, and it was
Oh yeah.
it wasn't amazing, in my opinion.
A lot of
I
peop-
beat it, but I
A
mean,
lot
it
of
wasn't
people
amazing.
love the Jack and Dexter game.
For me, it just felt like the same as Ratchet and Clank.
Well, it is. It's just way worse than Ratchet and Clank because Ratchet and Clank's awesome. Even though that's probably not fair to say because I've never really played.
I think I would actually agree with you on that. I've heard more things about Ratchet and Clank, and I would probably play Ratchet and Clank more than I would play Jack and Dexter.
Next would be
Okay.
the Sly Cooper series.
Sly Cooper, I
The
haven't
first-
played that. I've played bits and pieces of it,
Yeah.
and it always intrigued me, but I never played the whole thing.
The first 3, not the last one.
Not the last
Which
one.
a lot of people will say. Even the last one was fine, but like, I always thought Sly Cooper, the writing was always really funny
Yeah,
to me, and I didn't find the fourth one funny at all. I thought it was kind of lame writing, but it was still fun to play.
yeah, I can see
But
that.
I don't like it as good as the other ones. 2 and 3, particularly, and 1. They're all great. Never mind.
Yeah, I totally see that.
Okay, Sleeping Dogs, which was
Okay.
kind of new. Have you ever?
I've heard
heard
of
of
it, never
I
played
know you
it.
didn't play it, but I feel like I've mentioned it to you.
You have, yeah.
It's got a really good story. You're like an undercover cop
Mm-hmm.
called Wei Shen, I think, in Hong Kong,
Yeah, I remember now.
and you have to infiltrate the Chinese triads,
yeah,
and it's pretty awesome.
I figured.
Super violent.
Was that a game just for the PlayStation?
No, it was for Xbox too.
Okay, I guess I just never.
A lot of people
Cared.
didn't. It undersold, I believe.
Yeah,
But it's actually for the PS4 now. They re-released it.
Oh, did that?
Yeah, you can play it. It's
It-
pretty. It's like Grand Theft Auto, except
Right,
with like you're actually a good guy.
right. I feel you. I
Yeah.
think if they ever put that like as like a free game for PS Plus, I will get it.
I don't think they will.
I
I mean, not for a while.
but whenever they do, I will. But I don't think I'd get it right now because
Yeah.
it's older, and I don't want to get a rebooted game for like even half the price.
Yeah. Other kind of last generation stuff. Dragon Age, which I'm playing now. It's good.
Dragon Age, yep.
Infamous.
I like those.
The first
two.
2 are good. Second Son is not good.
Second Son is not good. No.
A lot of people think it is. It's not.
I think even though it wasn't that
You've played
great,
Second Son, right? You played Second Son. Yeah.
I've played Second Son, yeah. And even though I know that it's not as great as the first 2, even though I haven't played the first 2.
Yeah.
Like I just Okay, so I did play it, but not like the whole story. I think I played like bits and pieces, and it felt better at the time. Now, Infamous, I think, is kind of dropping off, in my opinion, because I don't think they're like coming out with like innovative, like new things that are like amazing. Like, sure, the whole getting different powers is great, but I mean, there are like 4. You have this new gen thing that could handle a lot, and you have 4 abilities with like 3 moves.
There's only like 3.
Right, because the last one you get at the very end of the game, and by then you're like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Well, it's just I could rant about this for a while.
Right, and we probably shouldn't because it's just the honorable mentions. But
but I just want to say, well, I mean, the graphics were amazing.
Yeah, no, those were good.
But like, if you're a big fan of the first 2, which I was, the story is just not good.
Not
at
all.
all.
Snuff. Yeah, I feel you.
No, and there were only like 5 choices in the entire game, and they do impact it, but not.
Not really. I mean, you still get the same-ish outcome, kind of.
It's pretty much the same issue. You're just.
If you're good, you're good. If you're bad, you're bad. Obviously.
Yeah.
There's no real in between.
Then the Batman Arkham series, all of them. I think Origins is underrated. That's the best story out of all of them, I think.
Yeah. You gonna get the new one?
Duh.
I am contemplating it. I don't know if I want to spend the time doing that, but it does look great. I want to play it.
You didn't play the other one, so did you?
I did. I didn't play
Origins.
I played Arkham City. I think it's the only one. So I played one.
That's its official name too. City.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I didn't play Origins. I don't. It just. Meh.
Me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just the origin story was like. I didn't feel like it. That's all I can say.
Moving on. Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh yeah, that's
underrated.
a good one.
I used to love that game. I spent a lot of time in that game as a kid.
No, yeah, I always wish I had that game for the GameCube, but I never got it.
Yeah. Walking Dead Season 1, which I recently finished, and is really good.
Nice.
And I'm going to play Season 2, but I haven't yet.
Good.
And The Last of Us, which is almost in my top 5.
Ooh, The Last of Us. Yep, that's
but
a good
didn't
one.
quite make it. Just I don't know why. It's amazing.
Is it
not,
the replay value or something that brings it down?
It's just not as special to me as the 5.
Right. No, I feel you.
But it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But it's not quite as special to me as the other ones.
Right. I feel you. 100%.
Okay.
Well, how about you go into your number 6, because you don't have a top 5, you have a top 6.
Yeah. You just spoiled it. You just spoiled the surprise.
Dude, I'm not going to let them be like, what? A 6? What?
Well,
mind blown. Can't watch this.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the first episode of the podcast, and I'm already breaking rules.
Right, exactly. That's how you're supposed to do it.
We decided on a top 5, but I have to make it a top 6. I had a really hard time making it 5.
I did too.
With all the games. If it was just like a best of my PlayStation collection, then it would have been much easier.
Right.
Which it actually ended up pretty much being, because I had a hard time thinking of some of the older games that I loved, and I pretty much just decided to mention them there.
Right.
But I'll get into that.
I was very surprised that I never considered Smash Bros as my top 5. But we'll get into that. I'll tell you, number 5 covers why I didn't put Smash Bros in there.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised you didn't.
Yeah.
Don't
worry, it gets more surprising.
Okay. I'm going to do my number 6.
Do it.
I was going to ask you to guess, but you'll never guess it, so.
Dude, is it I don't know. Go ahead.
You might be able to guess the top 5. You can guess those.
Is it Crash Bandicoot?
It's not. Yes, actually. It's Crash Bandicoot. I was just lying before. I always loved the little Bandicoot.
I probably won't know any of your top 5. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
No, you will. Yes, you will.
I don't think I'd guess them. feeling pretty stupid today, so.
Me too. I'm feeling really stupid today.
Just like, I don't feel like thinking. I don't know. But go ahead. Number
Okay,
6.
so my number 6, because I had to include this, I had to talk about it at least a little bit.
Right.
Because I finished it a few weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I guess. 4 weeks ago. I don't know. And it would be, and I just loved it so much, it would be The Wolf Among Us.
The Wolf Among Us. I remember you mentioned this. All right, go ahead. Tell me more.
It's so good. So
yeah.
if you don't know, it's the episodic story based game from Telltale Games, who did The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And I don't think it sold as much as The Walking Dead. I don't really know that for sure.
I don't know either.
Because it's better than The Walking Dead. Because it's based on a comic series called Fables, and it's about fairy tale characters living in New York, but it's really dark and like kind of depressing, and it's really film noir-y.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a detective story where you take control of the big bad wolf, who's the sheriff of the town, known as Big Bad Wolf. And he has to investigate a murder, which is the first murder in a long time in this town of Fables.
Okay.
Named Fabletown.
Dude, Fabletown?
Yeah, it's called Fabletown. It's amazing. And
I love it.
I just fell in love with like the world and stuff. I even bought the first collection of comics. I was actually reading them.
Oh, really?
Last night. Yeah, because the world is so good. Dude, and I've barely started reading the comics, but I like the writing in the game better than the comics, even though the comics are really good.
Yeah.
And I never read comics pretty much.
Where did you get these comics? Did you just go online and
Barnes and Noble?
Okay. I didn't know they had that at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I have no things to say about Wolf Among Us because I've never played it, but
Jeremy doesn't like story games.
No, I'm not a fan necessarily, but based on what you've described, I would probably play Wolf Among Us over The Last of Us, mainly because.
Over the Last of Us.
Oh, not The Last of Us. Sorry.
You mean Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead. Yes, my bad. I think I would definitely play The Wolf Among Us over that because, I mean, I'm watching The Walking Dead show, and that's enough zombie kind of content for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
The game is way better than the show.
Is it?
Oh, it's way better than the show. It's better writing, and it's just way cooler to actually feel like you're trying to survive in the zombie apocalypse, rather than watching people do it.
Right, I get that. But I think, like I said, enough zombie content. I would rather not do that right away. Maybe when the show's done, I'll try and pick up the seasons or whatever. But yeah, Wolf Among Us seems very interesting, and I like how they take fairy tale characters that you once knew when you were a child, and they're completely different now because they're darker and stuff like that. Seems interesting.
They're way darker. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Not to spoil anything.
Dude, no spoilers.
But one of the princesses might be a prostitute.
Fantastic.
I guess she wasn't a princess. Never mind. But whatever.
Are you talking about Little Mermaid here?
You just spoiled it. It's actually not really that big of a spoiler. I mean, it's kind of interesting, but it's not like that's a huge plot twist. The Little Mermaid.
If it had to be one of them, it would definitely be the Little Mermaid for sure. The seashells, man. I knew it. I knew it all along. It was all hidden meaning behind Disney.
They were really just hey, yeah, she's a prostitute.
100% prostitute. Yeah.
Should I do my number 5 now?
Do you want to do your number 5 or do you want me to do mine?
I'll do my number 5.
Go ahead.
Because I'm selfish.
Be selfish.
And I want to do mine before yours.
All right, go ahead.
Guess. Try to guess.
Is it Smash Bros?
What was that?
I
You
had
like
to.
pooping?
I had to grunt think.
Is it Smash Bros? No, it's not.
Okay,
Okay, failed.
I failed.
Oh, for
Mario
one.
Kart.
Mario? No.
All
Not
right.
Mario Kart. I was never that big into Mario Kart.
Fine.
Well, I mean, I like Mario Kart, but no, not
Right.
top 5.
Okay. I don't know then.
Uncharted 2.
Uncharted. Oh, okay. You're an Uncharted guy. I remember.
Yes. All of the games are great.
How many do they have now?
3.
They have 3, but they're coming out with the 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeremy is uninitiated into the ways of PlayStation.
I'm getting there.
He has a PS4 now, but
We'll
he
figure
was
it
an
out.
Xbox person, so he doesn't know.
Hey,
don't know.
it's not that I don't know. It's just that I've seen both sides of the story now.
I've walked both paths.
I've been on the dark side, now I'm on the light side. It's just how it goes. I've converted.
I don't know if you'd say it's dark and light, but
I would. Xbox is like shooter heavy, I guess.
yeah.
And then PlayStation's like got all the stories and indie things, and I like that better anyway.
Yeah. I like PlayStation better.
Yeah.
But that's not really because of that. That's just because I've had a PlayStation system for way longer.
You're biased.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But Uncharted, you should probably know what Uncharted is.
I know what Uncharted is.
I know, not you, the people,
The
one
viewers,
person
yes,
listening to
right? Yes, of course.
I can't think. What was I gonna say? Oh,
Um,
if you don't know what Uncharted is, it's Indiana Jones. It's pretty much, except better than Indiana Jones because Nathan Drake is way cooler than Indy, which is probably blasphemy for a lot of people, but it's just true.
You
And-
did a let's play in so much games before we stopped completely.
Oh yeah, so if you're a true hardcore Somuchlolz fan,
If you're a true loller, you'll know.
no, that's not official. That's not the name. No way.
Dude, that's definitely the name.
So
of
yeah,
the
you know what
lollers.
Uncharted is. I played Uncharted 3, which is really good, but not quite as good as Uncharted 2. And Uncharted 1 is really good for its time, which sounds weird because it wasn't that long ago. But it's not as good as Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 just brought the series up
I feel you.
so many levels, and it's amazing. Okay, your turn. I've been talking too long.
All right.
I'm gonna
Here's-
guess.
All right, go ahead. Guess my 5th one.
I'm not gonna be able to guess.
No, you probably will not. But go ahead.
I'm just gonna guess League of Legends for every single one.
You can't do that.
Why can't I? That's what I'm gonna do.
That's because I'll tell you right now that it is one of my answers. But
Yeah. Ooh, maybe we shouldn't guess. We'll be like giving away.
right, yeah.
Ooh,
But-
that's a good point. We're
That's fine.
spoiling our own podcast.
You can keep like guessing. That's fine. Just
If-
not League of Legends for everyone.
If you can even spoil a podcast, I don't know if that's a thing you can do.
It is now. It is now.
Because we just did it.
Exactly. But my number 5 would be I couldn't pick one game. It would be all of the Tekken fighting games. Just the franchise itself, just Tekken. If I had to pick one, it would be the first Tekken because that's what I like. I played the original Tekken demo on my PlayStation 1 way back in the day.
Way back in the day.
And like back then, you could play as like the main female character and the main male character. I don't know what their names were necessarily anymore. I think
sound like a big
the
fan.
dude is still in all of the Tekken games.
Yeah.
I think he's like a cop or something. I don't remember. Feel free to leave in the description what his name is. But other than that, so yeah, I played that all the time, and it basically sparked my love for fighting games, which is why Smash Bros. Isn't in this because it wasn't the original fighting game that I grew up with.
Do you like it better than you like Tekken better than Super Smash?
That is hard to say. I like them probably equally, but they both have different aspects that are good about them. Tekken's more realistic, obviously. You can't do the double jumps. It's not even like that realistic if you think about it. Tekken's not that realistic, but it's very good in its own way. I don't know how to describe it any more than that. It's just good.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, but basically,
Jeremy is a poet. It's good.
Yeah, and I can't. Yeah, it's good, dude. It's good.
He's just so overcome with love for Tekken.
Tekken is one of my favorite fighting games. It's probably tied for. It's probably tied with Smash Bros. But
and I've beaten you like 20 times with it on it.
Well, I beat you more times than that though.
Yeah,
more than 20.
Yeah, but
1v2.
Unknown.
Unknown is.
I was
unreal.
amazing at with unknown.
Unknown is unreal.
Is it my turn, or are you still going?
Basically,
I really want to get to my turn.
No, yeah, you can have your turn when I'm done with my turn. All right. You just sit there, all right?
Okay.
Okay. I'm kidding. I'm almost done. But basically, Tekken was what made me want to be like the best at fighting games among my friend group. Even though I've told Wes many times that we're probably equal when it comes to Smash Bros. Melee. I hate saying that, but
that you have no idea how much that hurts him.
It hurts me so deeply. The salt is everywhere. But that's it. I'm done. That's my 5.
We are equal.
We are equal.
If maybe one of us is a little better than the other. Specifically, I might be a little better.
You might be better now because I've been playing the new Smash Bros, which is, in my opinion, far superior than Melee. That's my thought.
That's it. That's blasphemy.
You can go to your
I haven't even played the new one, but it's blasphemy.
It's amazing. If you played it for a good long time, you'll be like, this feels right.
No. Because I'll be wondering the whole time, why doesn't it feel like Melee?
It feels pretty close.
Ugh.
Anyway,
for me,
you're 5th. I don't want to get into this topic.
My 4th. Have you even been listening?
Oh yeah. Wait, no, 5th. Wait, yes, 4th. Yeah. Go ahead, 4th.
4th would be, and a lot of I feel bad because my top 5 are mainly newer video games.
That's fine. I will get to newer video games
because I have a lot of older video games. I mentioned them a lot. But I'm thinking in terms of right now, I really don't, even though some of them hold a special place in my heart,
Right.
I just I wasn't as into video games when I was younger, even though I played them a lot. I just played them for fun. I wasn't really into I didn't play everything.
I feel you.
But now I'm more into video games and video game news.
Yeah.
So it just so happened. Most of my favorite games, where I really appreciate them, are more from this era.
That totally makes sense. I mean, I was a huge fan of video games ever since I was young, so my love for video games goes way back, and that's where the roots are for me. And if your roots are here, in the current-ish era,
my roots are I was really into it from when I was 6 or 5 or 6 up to 8 or 9 or 10, and then I was just pretty much a casual video game player.
Okay.
Until probably senior year of high school, actually.
Mm-hmm. That's because I brought you back. I was like, dude.
No, you didn't bring me back.
I know. I'd like to think so.
But yeah.
Just give me one. So Come on.
My 4th one is BioShock Infinite.
Of course. BioShock.
Oh, I forgot to put the original BioShock on my honorable mentions.
Oh my
goodness. The original one is really, really good.
Oh my goodness.
But I think BioShock Infinite is better. For a few reasons.
That's fair enough. Go ahead.
I think the ending is better
Uh-huh.
Which, I mean, the twist in BioShock. You never played the original BioShock?
My computer sadly could not handle it.
Yeah.
It was super laggy. I wanted to play it.
Yeah.
I was also like really scared because, well, first of all, the lag was scary on its own.
Oh yeah,
and
but
then
it was like, yeah.
and then like, I feel like I was in middle school, and so like I was a wimp or something, and I don't know. I just saw it was just so slow, and it was like the tension was building like for so long that I was just like, I can't handle it. I'm done. This is it. I'm closing my computer. GG.
Yeah.
GG, bro. GG.
But yeah, the twist in the original BioShock is legendary, and it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual ending of the game is not very good.
Okay.
The BioShock Infinite's ending is amazing. It blew my mind.
Is there a twist in that one too?
Yes.
The twists.
And forgot what I was gonna say. The graphics are amazing.
Right.
Even on
Graphics.
PS3. The lighting effects are amazing. The story is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The shooting mechanics are good. I mean, that's not really why I play a BioShock game.
Right.
I
But
play it for like the world and like the story.
mm-hmm.
And I was the thing is, I was so impressed because usually when they do time travel and alternate reality and things like that in movies or TV shows or books or whatever,
Right.
you can usually find so many plot holes and things that are just like, this doesn't make any sense. And in BioShock Infinite, you can probably find plot holes.
Right. But they cover it up pretty well.
They cover it up pretty well, and the story comes together so perfectly, you don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, some do. Some people do. But like I didn't, at least. And I was so impressed by that, because usually for time travel stuff, you're just like, okay, that doesn't make any sense, because whatever.
Yeah.
This just doesn't make sense in terms of the story, going back in time, whatever. In BioShock Infinite, I think it worked amazingly. So,
Yeah.
yes.
I agree. I think that's a good reason to have that on your top 5 or top 4, whatever it is.
Fourth.
Yes,
Pay
fourth,
attention.
fourth.
Gosh.
Right. No, I always wish I could play the BioShock games. I know I could probably get Infinite, but I'd like to play all of them from start to finish if I could.
You can skip 2. 2's good, but it's not as good.
It's not that great, yeah.
And it doesn't really have anything to do with the other ones, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're 4.
My 4.
I'm gonna
Again.
guess.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it League of Legends?
It is not. Stop guessing League of Legends.
Dang it.
No, my number 4, which could potentially be very surprising to a lot of people if they know me, would be all of the Pokemon games. It has made number
Only
4.
4?
It has
Are you
made
kidding?
number 4. Yes, it's crazy.
How
It's
is
number
that
4.
not number 1?
No, it's not number 1. It's 4. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I didn't think it was gonna make 4th, but it did.
What?
So, and basically, my reasoning behind it was because
If you don't know Jeremy, this might not be that big of a shock.
I am like,
If you do know him, this is crazy.
I'll tell you why this is
Please
this is
explain it to
crazy.
me.
One, it's a childhood favorite of mine. Obviously, it's I played pretty much all of the games. I've played all of the main games. So like, you got what is it like? You go from like red and blue to yellow, and then all the way up till Pokemon Y and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, whatever those games are. I played all of those, all of the series up to this point, and then some of the other games like your Pokemon Conquest, which is like the samurai thing, and then I think there was a Fire Dungeon something or other, which wasn't amazing, but it was alright. And that kind of was what brought me to like the love for like the endless grinding and the RPG kind of style of things. Like that's how Pokemon dragged me into that kind of realm, and I really like that part. And you know, some people don't like it, but it's amazing for me. It only made fourth because while I like playing Pokemon, I'm not
No,
like a
don't.
diehard fan. Well, I am a diehard fan. I take
Well,
that back.
Don't
But it's not
don't
like
lie.
it's not it's not like I spend endless hours um trying to be like the best Pokemon trainer or whatever.
I wanna be the very best that no one ever was.
The guess that is my real best. Anyway,
Train them is my cause.
I love Pokemon, dude. But yeah. So just because I really like it and I play a lot of it, I wouldn't say that I spend like all of my energy trying to be like the best of the best. I like playing the game, and I like playing or finding all of these Pokemon and catching them and, you know, training them up to be like their max evolution, whatever. It's amazing. I like that part, but it's not that I spend
You don't
my
spend
energy
countless hours
into
trying to catch them all.
Yeah, I've never tried doing that. I'm like, dude, I like this Pokemon. Let me catch it and I'll do this. Maybe I'll replay the game like once or twice, and then it's over. And so there are other games that I've played over and over, and it has not lost a single ounce of like interest. And we'll get into that later. But that's why Pokemon is made number 4, but it's still on my top 5, and I think that's good enough.
No, it's not. I feel like it should be higher,
You-
even though I'm not you.
As soon as you hear my other 3, I think you'll understand why it was only made 4.
Okay.
Actually, maybe 3 could. Maybe you might not understand 3, but I digress. Go on to your 3.
I just want people to know. I feel like I've told this story a lot, but never online.
Never online.
So usually when I text Jeremy, I get like a 2-word, 3-word answer or something like that. Usually like a, cool dude or whatever. And then when I was starting to play Pokemon, and I am a definite novice amateur Pokemon
A noob.
player. Yeah. Novice and amateur,
Right.
which doesn't make any sense.
At the same
But
time.
yeah. But anyway, well, I guess you can't really be a novice professional. Like, I really don't know this,
Right.
but I get paid to do it. But anyway, I think.
You're
did
playing
lend me-
Pokemon
You
Gold.
lent me the game, I think.
No, you found an emulator or not an emulator. It was kind of like an online place where it would just like stream Pokemon Gold, like the Pokemon Gold game, onto this website, and
Yeah.
then you could play it directly on that website.
But I thought someone gave me the actual Game Boy cartridge.
I would not give you the actual Game Boy cartridge. So
I think you did.
I did not. Do not lie to me. I would never give you the game cartridge if you were not a diehard fan.
Okay, then maybe you didn't. Yeah, I definitely was doing an emulator at the time, and I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't know anything, so I asked Jeremy for help. Usually, I'm expecting like a sentence or two, like you can just whatever. But Jeremy sends like an essay.
I think it was like it was like you were talking about like some like it was like an Ekans or something, and you're like, I don't know if I should catch this or not. What do I do?
You sent me like a 4-page text that was like, well, if it's a grass type or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't understand it.
that's fine. Basically, I gave him all the necessary basic knowledge that he would need to decide whether he wanted the Pokemon or not. But then he just quit. You just quit.
Yeah, I did just quit. Hey, Jeremy, you know what the best Pokemon is?
The one that you play with friends.
No, the best What? No, I mean the best Pokemon, like in the
Oh
game.
no!
The coolest Pokemon.
No, it is not.
It's Onix.
It is not. That is
Onix
a lie.
Is the coolest.
That is a complete lie, and you know it. Onyx is a trash boat Pokemon.
No, Onix is my favorite. He's
If
my
I ever
favorite
caught
when I was
a,
kid.
if
He's
I
awesome.
ever caught
He or
an
she,
Onyx,
I guess they could be he or she.
right? If I ever caught an Onyx, I would name it Trash Boat because it's that bad.
But he's awesome.
No, it's not awesome. You lie to me.
Anyway.
You lie.
Oh, moving on to my number 3.
2 or 3, yes.
Which you'll be able to talk about a lot, too.
Okay.
So guess what it is based on that.
Smash Bros.
No.
Alright.
Skyrim.
Oh my goodness. You picked Skyrim too?
No, 3.
No, I know, but you picked it as well?
Oh, you mean T-O-O?
Yes, T-O.
You confused me. Yes.
Man.
For number 3. Skyrim. Is it your number 3 too?
It is not my number 3.
Okay. But I was just telling Jeremy, I guess on Friday or Thursday, whenever we played last, that Skyrim is so important to me. It's because it got me back into video games. Pretty much. Like, actually into video games where I pay attention to video game news and stuff.
Right.
Because I think I rented it before buying it.
Mm-hmm.
And just right after that first mission, and there's just this sense of like, well, I can do whatever I want now. And with that music kicking in and me just running around the grass, like field, I think I got killed by a giant really quick. But it was just amazing. I was just like, oh my goodness, this is what I've wanted in video games forever. Yeah. And finally I can do it.
No, I totally understand that. I'm not going to give like what Skyrim was made on my list, but I'll go through the things that I thought as well. I thought that the amount of like customization that you could do, like you could have your character look and be anything that you wanted to an extent, I guess. But there was so much that you could do to it. You could spend like, I think I spent like an hour just like making my character's face be the way I wanted it to be. It was insane. But that's something very important to me. So
I usually don't spend that long on the character stuff. I kind of just get it kind of where I would want, where I think the guy looks cool.
Right.
And then I'm just like, okay, it's fine now. Because if you mess around too much, it starts to look weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I mess around with like a good amount, but it also looks normal at the end of it. But I just love doing that thing or doing the customization thing anyway. So
yeah,
that's a huge part for me. But then
what race did you play as?
I think first
we haven't played in a while.
First thing around, I think I was I want to say I was like as a Nord, something in that.
I was Nord.
I think I was a Nord for my female character.
Yeah.
And then I think after that character that I did super well with, I played again as a Khajiit.
Cat person.
Yeah.
Like cat.
And I think I started another game as somebody else. Who did I play as? I might have been an Argonian or something.
Oh, I started. That was the what I played for my So Much Games playthrough or whatever.
Yeah.
That was an Argonian. I think I called myself Lizard Man.
Dude, Lizard Man? That's a good name.
Some hilarious things happened to me in that playthrough. If only more people watched it.
If only.
Like like the guy just disappearing. Or do you remember? Did you ever see the one I did, where like I was like fighting a guy. It took like 2 minutes, because I guess there was just some bug or something wrong with the game. That I was crouched and the guy could not. He was swinging and he just could not hit me. And I tried to hit him with bow and arrows, and I was so bad.
Oh my gosh!
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't think I remember seeing that, but I definitely know that that's happened to me before.
Yeah.
Not the bow and arrow thing. I think just like the whiffing of the NPCs.
My Nord, known as Thor,
was
and still is awesome. With his amazing wife Lydia.
I wish
they still rule Skyrim.
Man, I wish I had my Skyrim game for the Xbox 360, but
since
I had to trade it in.
So you could play Skyrim. Oh man.
No, I've been getting like this need to play Skyrim too, so I'm having some withdrawals. Anyway, but I also
withdrawals. Do you just lay in your bathroom at night going Skyrim?
No, I lay in bed.
Skyrim.
I lay in bed trying not to cry, but then end up crying a lot.
Jeremy cries himself to sleep every night because he doesn't have Skyrim anymore.
Anyway, and then the other thing that I really liked was the whole side quest just being as interesting as any of like the story mission, like, or even more interesting. If you wanted. But and then, like I said, replay value is huge. I wanted to play all the time, different characters, do different things.
Yeah,
there's so many options.
There's like
you can do so many activities.
I had it pretty much since it came out, and I still have not done so many things you can do in the game. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And you can never beat it, right? Like, it keeps randomly generating quests. Although at a certain point they're like boring, just kill these bandits from wherever, but like still.
Does it randomly generate quests?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I think it does.
Huh.
You're number 3. Is it League of Legends?
No. It is the one, the only Mario Kart Double Dash. Arguably the best Mario Kart game ever.
I remember Double Dash.
Yeah, I don't think
I ever owned that. I think whenever I wanted to play it, I rented it from Blockbuster, kids.
Dude, Blockbuster?
Remember Blockbuster?
I remember Blockbuster.
Interesting side note, did you know that Blockbuster had the chance, like years ago, like 2000 or something, to buy Netflix for a few $100 million, and they didn't? If they would have, they would still be around.
Morons.
That's business, kids.
That's so dumb. Why would you not do that?
Well, if they would have, they would still be around.
I know. But Mario Kart Double Dash, I figured at the time when it was like first out, I thought that the whole battling while you're racing, doing all this thing to destroy friendships was the best thing in the world, and
because Jeremy's a troll.
I love being in last place, getting that blue shell, having no business to be in the race whatsoever, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna mess up the first place person just because YOLO. And
no, you didn't just say that,
dude. Just because YOLO.
No,
I said that.
Am I in like 2011?
Dude, you are in 2011.
When was YOLO? Maybe that was 2012.
Just cause YOLO. Dude, that's when I played Mario Kart.
I can't believe Mario Kart Double Dash is higher on your list than Pokemon. That just sounds crazy.
Yep.
I had no idea you love Mario Kart Double Dash so much.
It's not that I like love it. It's just that I've played it so much that, and it's like, it's a thing that you always say to yourself, hey, if you're at a friend's house and the person has Mario Kart Double Dash, you're going to be like, hey, let's play Double Dash. And you're going to play it, and you're going to have fun for hours and hours. Like, that alone was why I put Mario Kart above Pokemon, because not everybody loves Pokemon, but practically everybody will love Mario Kart. Everyone will be able to play it easily without, like, much hassle. And so I was like, that's good enough.
It is hard to play Pokemon in a group.
Yeah.
Which we learned.
We tried. It failed.
Christmas.
Miserably. So much upset.
Oh man, that was so boring. It took forever. We tried to play, what was it? Pokemon Coliseum?
Yeah. Pokemon Coliseum 2.
2 or 3 of our friends. And
4 of them. 4 people total.
Yeah. It took a while.
Well, that's because
it was pretty slow.
Max freaking picked all of the worst Pokemon. And then you picked Onix for some reason.
Woo!
Stupid.
We won, didn't we?
Yes. But I went down fighting like really well. I was amazing.
Okay. Was that your number?
Tooting my own horn. 3? Yeah, number 3, Mario Kart. That's my thing.
We have been talking for 55 minutes.
Yeah, you can go to your number 2 though.
Guess what it is? Actually, don't guess. It's Smash Brothers. It's Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Dang it!
I just spoiled it.
The one time I was gonna guess Super Smash Bros.
It's Super Smash Brothers Melee.
I think I know what your number 1 is then.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
I won't.
Goes without saying, Super Smash Bros. Melee.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think these next ones are gonna actually be pretty or doesn't need an explanation.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, we already went over Super Smash Bros. Technically.
Yeah. You went over Super Smash.
Yeah, you go
play
ahead.
Samus.
You say.
I'm the best Samus player in the world. No.
In the world. Bold
Yeah.
statement.
Definitely. No, not even close. But Super Smash, actually the original Super Smash, I played Samus. And that was the reason I got into Metroid, which was good.
Yeah.
Because Metroid's awesome. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about Super Smash Bros. Melee. It's by far the best Super Smash Bros.
It's a good
way
fighting
better
game.
than Brawl. I'm sure it's
it's
way better than
it's
the
better
new one,
than
but
Brawl.
I've never played the new one.
The new one though, I feel like it has it's arguable to see which one's better.
I doubt it.
In my opinion, I think.
And I also,
one.
it sounds weird, but I kind of, this actually makes me sound like a really old, like, even though I'm not old at all.
So
but, like,
old.
I sound like a grandpa, or like, I liked when it was less complicated.
Well,
But, like, I kind of like how there's only, like, 16 or 18 characters. Like, there are so many characters in, like, the new one, which is, like, a dumb complaint. It is actually, it's a dumb complaint, never mind, don't listen to me.
I always
But
want
I
more
think
characters.
it's just because it's nostalgic, and I just like Melee way better. And I've been playing it for, how long has it been out? It's been out since 2001, I think.
Yeah.
Like, 14 years. My copy of Super Smash Brothers is older than some high schoolers.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy.
100% true. I would
while we're on
argue
the topic of Super Smash Brothers, tripping in Brawl was the dumbest thing ever.
that is the dumbest thing ever. They took it
Why?
out.
What were they thinking? Why would anyone think that was a good
Just
idea?
randomly, just all of a sudden you fall on your butt. And you're like, well, I'm dead. See you later.
Yeah. So yeah, Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
My number 2 is the
League
one.
of Legends?
No, it is the one, the only Skyrim.
Nice.
Yep, and I already went over why I like that, so we can move on to your number 1.
Guess my number 1.
It is, man, I always forget the name of this.
You forget.
Because I played it very briefly. It's the shepherd dude, and he's that's the main character.
Such disrespect. I can't limit it to one.
It's
the
all
games.
of them,
It's
yeah.
the Mass
sure.
Effect trilogy.
Mass Effect. Yes.
They are one game in my mind.
I remember. I remember completely.
I have so many things to say about Mass Effect,
Go ahead, say
but
it.
I won't be able to remember them all, so I'll just say quickly.
Say what comes to mind.
The story's amazing. The
Mhm.
characters are absolutely amazing. They're the best characters in any video game series.
Mm-hmm.
And the world is amazing. It's amazingly detailed. It's a better sci-fi world than Star Wars, which I know isn't really sci-fi, but whatever.
Yeah,
better than
I
Star
think it's
Wars.
considered sci-fi.
It's better than Star Wars, in my opinion. Better than Star Trek.
I would say so. I would definitely agree with that. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan though, so.
But yes, the gameplay is awesome. Even in the first, like there are some problems with the games, but like I really don't care. I just like the combat and like the customization and stuff in the first one is maybe it's not as good as 2 or 3, but like
Right.
I still love it. It doesn't really impact. It's just there's a special feeling you get when you play some games that are special to you.
Yeah.
And Mass Effect just like hit me in the right time.
Yeah, in the
my
feels. In the feels.
Yes. And a lot of people talk about the Mass Effect 3 ending. I don't think it's really as bad as a lot of people say.
Yeah.
Especially because I didn't play it until I didn't finish it until the extended cut or whatever came out. So I feel like if I would have played it, do you know anything about like the ending?
I know nothing.
Well, like it cut off when it was originally came out, it like cut off really quickly and didn't
really?
give players a lot of like info into what was happening. And a lot of people hate it for other reasons.
Okay.
But the extended cut kind of fixed at least that part. And I think it's an okay ending.
Yeah,
Whatever, I was fine with it.
I played 3 without playing the other 2, which might have been my problem at the beginning. But
Yes.
I played 3 without knowing what happened in the other 2, but I figured that I kind of knew what was happening when I was playing it. And for me, just the whole combat in like third person.
You don't like
for-
third person stuff as much.
Usually,
as
I don't
first
like
person.
third person stuff, and Mass Effect was not forgiving for that. Like, if you didn't play third person, Mass Effect killed me because of that. It was like, dude, you don't know what's going on, you're dead. And so,
I can see that.
I mean, I could go. I think I preferred third person in Skyrim actually.
Yeah, which is weird since
Which
you don't like it.
is weird, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Mass Effect felt weird to me, but I can see why people like it. There's a lot of choices to be made, things to do. Seems like a fun game if you like that stuff.
It's an amazing game. It's
Yeah.
beyond a game, Jeremy.
I'm also like not into the sci-fi ish stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's other things about the sci-fi thing,
Yeah.
then I'll be dragged to it. But I mean, there wasn't a whole lot there for me anyway.
It's
But
amazing.
I see why it's your number one. I have no arguments with that.
If people want to comment, if anyone out there is a Mass Effect fan, they want to comment about Mass Effect,
Please
do.
comment section.
Because I can talk about it for
It's
a long
there.
time. But Jeremy has a number one, too.
I have a number one, and it is. Can you guess?
It's League of Legends.
League of Legends. I love League of Legends.
Finally, see, I knew I would get it. I got the guess right. That's the only one of our guesses that has turned out to be right. So.
Yep.
Actually, you got it right, technically, the number one.
Technically,
Whatever.
but I didn't get the actual
You
name.
didn't get the name, so I win
So
the game.
if we had to do a point system, I'd probably get half a point, and you'd get the full point.
I would get the full point.
The whole juicy point. But yeah,
Stop it.
League of Legends, by far my most played game besides Pokemon,
We
think
figured
I-
out how much Jeremy has played League of Legends a few days ago.
and it was a disgusting amount. But I
We're
was
not
proud
gonna
of
say
it.
it here.
I was proud of it. I was proud. But yeah, Pokemon was probably my most played game just because I played it for more years than League of Legends. And the reason why I put it at number one is because it's pretty easy to pick up, but there's still a tremendous like amount of depth to the game. There's like you can pick it up and be decent at it and play it recreationally, or you could dive into like the mechanics and all that kind of small little details that are about the game and just love it even more, I guess. And League of Legends also has tons of new content always coming out. I love that about it. You always have like new characters coming out, and they're always so much fun to mess around with and experiment with. You've got I don't know. Hold on, I wrote something down. I don't know what I was saying when I said this, but people love this game. And there's a whole like professional side to it, and you can watch like people playing
That's
around the world, and
amazing.
it's a huge deal actually. Like
I know
I
it's
don't
a
know.
huge deal. I watched a documentary about it.
Right, and it's big. It's big. So, and it's also free to play to an extent. I mean, there are some in-game paying things that you can do, but it's not necessary to like actually play the game. Like another friend of ours, you'll know him, Wes, Anthony. He hasn't paid a single dime on this game, but he's still doing really well with it. And so that's an example of somebody not paying
Yeah.
in the game. I pay because I like the thing. I like the game. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, that's my little
I guess
spiel.
it's good, whatever.
That's my little spiel on League of Legends. I'm sure I have more to say if people were to comment below.
Yes. We both have a lot to say about our number ones.
Yes.
And we both don't care about each other's number ones.
That's 100% true. Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Wesley?
No. I've got
nothing else? You've got nothing.
I feel like I have more honorable mentions. But
I probably have more honorable mentions
Super
than I thought.
Mario Brothers 2. Which how I knew it as Super Mario Advance 1 when they redid it for the Game Boy Advance.
I think I played that one too. Yeah.
It's weird because it's not a Mario game.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers.
It doesn't look anything like a Mario game because it used to be. It was like I read something. It was like it used to be some random Japanese game.
But then Mario bought it.
And I don't know what they did, but they just slapped Mario in it pretty much.
Yeah.
And I love it for some reason. I think it was because
I
was
actually
really young
like
when it came out for the Advance, and it was one of the first games I really got into.
Yeah,
I just love it for some reason.
I love it too. I don't know what the appeal is for this game.
Yeah,
but I've played this and like so many times, and it's so interesting.
Yeah. I think it's because
for
it's
some
not
reason.
like a normal Mario game.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a Mario game necessarily. I mean,
Yeah.
there were like parts to it, but like you could like pull things out of the ground and throw it. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of things that you could do in this game that you couldn't do in previous Mario games that made it better. And I'm doing air quotes because it's not necessarily like better, but it's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
that would be one I forgot to put on my honorable mentions. But yeah,
I would agree with that. 100%.
I can't think of any other ones that I would put.
No, yeah. That would, I guess that's it. That's it. Well, thank you for watching the Somuchlolz podcast.
It's listening.
Or listening. Sorry, my bad.
Wouldn't be watching, Jeremy. You're a
You
terrible host.
You can watch if it's on YouTube. I don't know if you'll be watching anything or nothing.
A picture, maybe.
But, hey, either way, good for you. You made it through all the way. And if you want, feel free to comment on your top 5, top 3, whatever you got, games for us. And we will comment, or maybe if we do this ever again, the podcast thing.
This was an experiment.
It's an experiment, so we may or may not do it.
We're just hanging out. One of these days, we got nothing else to do.
Yeah, and if we like your comments so much, we'll talk about it or something in a next episode if we ever come out with one.
We don't promise. We've learned our lesson. We don't
promise things anymore.
If you know the Somuchlolz history,
yeah,
things happen when we promise.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking about this. I watched a few of our old videos. We should do a podcast where we just talk about our old videos.
Yeah, we could do that, dude.
Not talk about video games. We just talk about our old videos.
We can do whatever we want.
Dude,
this is ours.
We're not going to be, held back by the man.
Yeah, the man.
But I was watching, and the one with the where you turn into a dog.
Right.
The one that was supposed to be like the start of our re-emergence.
Yes.
And it was just that one. I think it's hilarious. It says
at the end,
it says
like,
coming or part 2 or to be continued.
Right. Yeah.
I love how we had no plan on what
this is your plan.
The rest of the second part of that video would be.
I mean, technically, we do now.
We didn't.
That's
know.
secretive stuff, though.
It is.
I don't know. I've never told anybody about this. Maybe I've told one person.
I don't remember what the secretive stuff was.
The secretive stuff is that we possibly in the future might have an idea for what we want to do after that.
Oh, you mean for another video?
Yes.
Yeah, we have an idea for a video. But I was talking about the the end of the dog video, it says to be continued. It says that video is to be. We were supposed to have a part 2.
Right, but we never did.
And we only put that because we didn't know how to end the first video.
Hey, if it works, do it.
That's words to live by right there.
Right, exactly. But anyway, we're going to cut it here. But like I said, top 3, top 5, whatever you got for us in the comments. We'll get to it. Other than that, we have nothing left to say. So, I'm Jeremy, and this is Wes over in the other regions, and we're done here. It was nice knowing you guys.
You can tell that this is our first podcast because we don't know how to actually end it.
But this is how we're ending it.
Bye.
We'll see you later.